Apple doing damage control after slowing down the performance of iPhones with older batteries. The company says it was actually done to help customers. Apple has come out, issued this apology, says it's going to discount off warranty batteries, and says it was doing it to help customers. But isn't the real issue here is that customers didn't know that it was doing this to help customers?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a little bit of a misunderstanding, but there's no doubt this was a PR nightmare in the making, and especially when you have the biggest cycle from a iPhone 10, 8A Plus that they've probably had maybe ever, and especially in the last 3 to 4 years, coming up in the next year. It was crucial that Cook and Cupertino got ahead of this. This was something that was really starting to fester, and I do think that, some of it that they need to sort of hit head on. I do think they did the right thing here, took a step forward to contain any damage here, especially as there's a lot of on-the-fence customers. Last thing you want them to have is a deterrent when it comes to an upgrade.
Dan, is the damage now contained?
Yeah, I mean, we believe it's contained. I mean, this was something like we talked about earlier this week. We were pretty adamant that they needed to put something out. They did, and this really goes against typical corporate culture as well as what Cook's done in the past. I think they've contained the damage. You're going to have some lawsuits, which we believe are negligible. But ultimately now it's really about, is this a super cycle? We think December came in above expectations as well as high ASP. Now it's really about March and June. Those are sort of the make or break quarters for iPhone 10. We do believe this is a super cycle, and I believe the damage was contained here. And now it's all about the growth story for 2018.
One more thing about the batteries, though, not just about this situation itself, but what it might tell us. I mean, does this indicate that people are keeping their phones longer? And then that's one of the challenges here for Apple is that the newer products maybe aren't drawing in as many. People aren't replacing their phones as often. The new ones aren't maybe as exciting.
It's a great point. I mean, if you look typically an upgrade cycle, if we go back a few years ago, it was every 24, 25 months. Now it's actually about 29 months. So there's no doubt you've seen it shift to about 2.5 years. You are seeing that in terms of the lack of form factor changes. You don't have the 2-year renewals through the carriers. So I think that's been something that not just Apple, but Samsung across the industry has been contending with. It's a more mature product cycle. But that also, you take a step back, it speaks to why this is such a crucial product cycle for Apple and why the last thing they needed was some sort of deterrent or some black cloud over this, which is why they need to get in front of it. And now it's all about, can they drive it as a super cycle to what could be a major growth story in 2018? And then what's ahead of that?